We're going to review for a few minutes expanded notation. We're going to talk about numbers and what they convey to us, what they communicate to us. This number, 19,635, can be expressed this way, or I could express it in text just like this sentence up here. I could write out 19,635. The problem is that would be a very difficult way for me to calculate if I were trying to combine this number with other numbers, divide the number, or perform any operations. So to express a number, it's the number's placement in relation to the other number conveys to me the value of that number. So we're going to pull this number apart. This box over here is going to help us do that. So if I grab this 1 and pull it down here, you'll notice when I pull it out, it actually has 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros after it. Okay? Those zeros match up with each one of these other placeholders that we have. So the value of that 1 is actually 10,000. There's 10,000 units represented here. If I grab the 9 and pull it out, you'll see that there's actually 9,000 units represented. The 6, there's 2 places after that, 600 units represented. The 3, 30 units represented. And the 5, 5 units represented. So when we combine these all together, this is an expanded form of 19,635. This 5 represents the 5 units. This 3 represents 30 units. The 6 represents 600 units. The 9 represents 9,000 units. And this one represents 10,000 units. Expanding the number in this form helps us understand how we can transfer values back and forth to be able to accomplish borrowing and carrying with addition and subtraction.
Okay, students should each have their individual pencil and paper all ready to go right now. So we're going to talk about expanded form, and hopefully that's going to help you understand what's happening when you're adding multi-digit numbers. Okay, so let's take, for example, this number, 1,231, and we're going to add it plus 323. Okay, so what's actually happening here? Well, in expanded form, we're looking at these numbers. We're going to write out what this is. This is 1,000, okay, plus 200 plus 30 plus 1. Okay? The bottom number, we don't have anything in the thousands column, so we're not going to put anything right there. We have 300 plus 20 plus 3. So again, if we look at this, this number right here in relation to these zeros represents 1,000 units. Okay? Again, mathematics is a language into itself. We could write out 1,000, but by just looking at this number and looking at the 3 zeros to the right, we know it's 1,000. This 2, with the 2 zeros to the right, represents 200 units. Okay? So we're going to add these up, and obviously, you know, adding it up over here is easier, but let's go through and do this so we see what we're doing. And you're going to be expanding numbers as well, so watch. So 1 and 3 is 4. Okay, we'll put the plus back in here. 30 and 20 is 50. Okay. 200 and 300 is 500. Okay. And then 1,000 and 0 is 1,000. And as you saw in the graphic prior to this, we just slide all this together and cover up the zeros, and we come up with 1,000, 554. Okay. Same thing here. We add up the numbers. So when we do it over here, we're actually doing this. So we have 1 and 3 is 4, and we're actually adding 20 and 30, because that's the tens column. Okay. But we make it simple. We just call it 3 and 2 is 5, and 2 and 3 is 5, and 1 and 0 is 1. So we have the same answer. So this is what we call expanded form. Okay, the teacher's going to check your notes right now. You should write all this down so you get used to doing this. Okay, make sure that your numbers are written clearly and it's neatly organized. Okay, now that your papers have been checked and the corrections have been made, okay, to make sure you have written your notes properly, we're going to give you a chance to do part of this problem. Okay, we have 2,345. Okay, plus 323. Okay, so we're going to write this in expanded form. So I'm going to write the top, and you're going to write the bottom one. So this is 2,000 plus 300 plus 40 plus 5. Okay? So you need to fill in the blanks for this over here. And then do your addition. Okay, so now I'm going to go through, you check your work and see if you understood what we need you to do. We look here, we don't have anything in the thousands column, so we're not going to write anything there. We have 300, 20, and 3. And now we add them up. 5 and 3 is 8. 20 and 40 is 60, 300 and 300 is 600, and 2,000 and 0 is 2,000. Okay? And if you put all this back together and slide the 8 over the 0 and slide those 2 over those zeros, just like in the presentation at the beginning of this video, okay, we come up with 2,668. Okay. If we do the addition over here, we'll see the same thing. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put a problem down, and you're going to do the complete expanded form and do the addition. So we have, to get the right problem, okay, a little smaller number, okay, 234 plus 51. Okay? So now you need to write over here this number and this number in expanded form, and then do the addition. Okay, so now let's check your work. 200 plus 30 plus 4. On the bottom, we don't have anything in the 100s column, so 50 plus 1. Again, I add them up. 4 and 1 is 5. 30 and 50 is 80. And 200 and 0 is 200. If I scrunch them all together again, I combine them, I get 285. Come over here to double check. 4 and 1 is 5. And essentially 30 and 50, okay? But we look at it as 3 and 5 is 8. And 200, or 2 and 0, is 2. So that's what your paper should look like. And again, we want it nice and neat.